Hi, everyone. I'm Anna, and welcome to today's message, The Necessity of Forgiveness. Today's verse is Mark 11:25. But when you are praying, first forgive anyone you're holding a grudge against, so that your Father in heaven will forgive your sins too. Now, I'm unsure if you've heard of Joyce Myers, but I heard her preaching today, and she was speaking about unforgiveness. And at the end, she said, I want to be so good at forgiveness that I'm forgiving them while they're still trying to offend me. I thought about that for a while, what she had said, along with a few other things. And I concluded that releasing someone into God's hands and then walking away is the single most important way to heal. And this verse tells us that our relationship with others, especially in forgiveness, affects our relationship with God. Forgiveness is a choice about how you are going to treat someone else. You can choose to pray for them. You can choose to ask God to bless them, speak kindly of them. And if they have a need, you can choose to meet it. That is living in forgiveness. And when you can come to God with a heart that is free from bitterness, you are mirroring the way that God forgives you. You are reflecting God's love and grace and choosing to be Christ-like. You can also choose to be unforgiving and be just as miserable as they are. And you can act toward them the way that they acted toward you. You can choose bitterness, anger, resentment, and be emotionally avoidant and negative. But I ask you, what good is that going to do? Now, I can tell you from experience that you'll likely continue to relive those negative feelings until you choose to forgive. Simply because forgiveness is more for you than it is for them. And unforgiveness is nothing less than a distorted perspective and will continue to affect every relationship you have until you reconcile it. And I know that to be true because I had to do it. And the truth is that unforgiveness is just you experiencing your own guilt, shame, self-judgment, and self-sabotage. And I didn't even realize I was doing it when I was choosing to withhold that forgiveness. And it was eating me alive, and I didn't even know why. It took my running into someone more toxic than myself to have my eyes opened. I finally understood that when someone hurts you, that hurt is them reflecting what they think about themselves because of what someone did to them. And they're making you pay for it. And your lack of forgiveness is simply you trying to hold them responsible for how you responded and felt about what they did to you. And when I finally acknowledged in my heart that what they did to me was simply a lie that they told themselves, plain and simple, and that I was responsible for how I acted, I chose to take back my control of my own feelings, however unpleasant it was to do. And I gave my offender back their own responsibility for who they are. I took away their power over me, and I released myself from my very own prison. I stopped letting my unforgiveness reflect on others and on myself. I let it go and I gave it to God. So listen, I'm not asking you to reconcile with anyone who's hurt you, but do yourself a favor and forgive them, even if they don't return that love to you. This is about you and how you feel in your heart. By forgiving, you are doing yourself a favor. We don't deserve the mercy, grace, and forgiveness that God has granted to us, but He still embraces us with open arms. And we are called to extend this similar grace toward those who have done us wrong. And by doing so, we demonstrate commitment to living a Christ-like life. By obeying God and choosing forgiveness, we are choosing God's unconditional love in our life and choosing to love with our own true heart. And we're choosing to transform in God's mercy and unconditional love. Because, my friends, forgiving is love. And love, well, that's the answer. If this resonated with you, please like and share my post. And thank you for your donations to My Divine Mission and for helping me to keep my messages alive. I'll see you next time.